Hey, welcome back, Lighthouse family, you guys. So, this is part two of the Beyond the Surface series. If you did not see part one, then a lot of this may not make sense. So, make sure you go check out part one, okay? Beyond the Surface. Now, in this one, we're talking about how to spot a demon in your marriage, okay? Now, if you're not married, don't click off the video. You could be looking to be married with someone, but it also can be tips and tricks for your friends or any relationship that you have. But today we're just focusing on marriage, okay? So sometimes you know, sometimes you don't know. Sometimes it's just like it becomes so normal that you just overlook it. Sometimes it's a certain action that your spouse would do, a certain mentality that he would get at a certain time of the day or she would get. And you just become numb to it. You become used to it. And you don't never think twice about it. Those are the attacks where the enemy loves the most. Whenever you become numb to it, when you don't realize that it's him. The hidden secrets, the hidden moods, the hidden behaviors, the hidden desires. That's when you become numb to it and you start to realize that there's something wrong with my spouse, but then it goes to, he acts like this all the time. And so if you don't learn how to spot those patterns, to spot the cycles, to spot the behavior, to spot the differences, then you will never understand how to win in your marriage. At Lighthouse Ministries, you guys, we talk a lot about deliverance and all of these things like that because we went through this stuff. There was years me and my wife used to argue about the same things, and we got numb to it. It just became, she's in that mood. Oh, he's in that mood. But when God revealed to us that is a demon attacking at you guys, we were shocked. We thought that was just our personal behavior. We thought that was just who we were. And we were so shocked to really learn that that wasn't who you are. Neither one of you act like this. Neither one of you wants to act like this. But he's affecting that your mind some way or another. If you know anything about the enemy, he loves the mind. He wants your mind. So we're going to get into a couple ways that the enemy sees you and how you can be able to spot and to see him, okay? The first way that I have, if you see me looking down, it's because of my notes, is unprovoked hatred. Unprovoked hatred. Now, this is one that we have dealt with a lot over here at Lighthouse Ministries family. Listen, unprovoked hatred. It's whenever your spouse comes out of the blue and they just hate you. There's been times me and my wife, it's a story I think I told it before, I don't know for sure. It was one time I was zipping up her bag and she turned around at me and just hated me. She frowned and walked off and I was literally just zipping up her bag for her. But it was as simple as that. It just snapped and all of our connection went away and she just had this hatred for me. And as she's walking and as we're talking, I'm trying to see what's wrong. What did I do? She'll tell me you did nothing wrong, but I just hate you right now. Get away from me. And we dealt with that for years. And we just was like, what is this hatred from me? What did I do to you? And so God had to reveal to us that this is not just a regular flesh attack. This is not just her mental state going on in one direction or another. This is an attack of the enemy because he wants you to apart. And I got a verse for you guys. If you go read Revelations 12:17, it says, the devil was angry at the woman. And so he declared war against all of her children, all of the ones who were following Jesus, who have a testimony of Jesus. This is Revelations 12:17. Now, the reason why I gave you this verse is because he hates God's children. He hates the ones that follow. He hates the ones that actually do the work, that's actually repenting, that's actually confessing of their sins, that's trying to live a righteous lifestyle. He hates it. And so what he would do is to make your spouse feel what he feels towards you. And so it's a certain hatred that they would have. It's a narcissistic behavior that will come in that we'll get into another video. Types of demons coming soon. But this behavior is what he would do. He brings the anger, the hatred, and your spouse is feeling what he feels. It's not her hatred. It's not his hatred. It's the devil's hatred. You did nothing wrong. But if you don't understand how to spot the demon, you will think that is your fault, or you will think that is just your spouse. Because he hates and hates and hates. He's an angry demon. He's very angry. And so what he wants for you is to hate each other the way that he hates you. So that is the mission of his, is to get you to hate. And if you don't pray out that hatred, if you don't realize how to spot it when he comes, you guys will be apart faster than what you may think. Okay? Now, the second one is a sudden turnoff or loss of connection. Now, this one hits home deeply for us as well, because if the enemy can get you to break intimacy, he can break the love of your marriage. See, in the Bible, God requires us to have an intimate relationship with him. And he wants us to come to him every day and to be intimate with him. He wants us to be close with him. That's what intimacy is, this close connection of love. Through words, physical touch, whatever you desire in your marriage, but it's a close connection of love. It's a spiritual thing. Intimacy is not worldly, it's spiritual. And when you realize that intimacy is your weapon, intimacy is the spirit in your marriage that actually defends the enemy back, you realize that once it's gone, your marriage feels empty. Someone can testify to this. Your marriage feels cold. You can walk past each other and it feels as if there's, okay. You will see her play with the children and you will feel like, man, I feel like she gives way more intimacy to the kids than me. It just feels empty. It feels like a void inside of you as soon as your intimacy leaves. And I'm not just talking about sex. No, it's about the loving connection that you both share. It's about when you used to eat together, when you used to sleep together, when you used to bond together, when you talked, when you loved each other, when you went on walks, when all of that got disrupted because the enemy came into the middle and divided you two. Now you feel this void of emptiness, this loss. And in 1 Corinthians 7, it says, do not deprive each other of sexual intimacy unless for a mutual consent for a period of time. Otherwise, the enemy will come in and tempt you. So what he wants you to do is to deprive each other of intimacy. He wants you to split up intimately. He wants your marriage to not feel love, connection as it did when you got together. How many people realize that after you got married, the intimacy left, but before marriage, it was strong? That's because the enemy will come in as soon as you put that ring on your finger and say, I need to separate them two. It's not because life is life and before you met. Life is probably easier now that both of you together. And so when you make these excuses, oh, it's because of life, oh, it's because of issues. No, that's the enemy lying to you. It's not because of life. It's because he is dividing you two. If you read John 10:10, it says, the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And what he is stealing is your intimacy. See, first he'll steal it. You'll wake up one morning and you realize like, wow, my spouse is not in the bed with me. There's no good morning kiss. There's no breakfast made for me. That he just off today. So he steals it. Then he comes in to kill it. How does he kill it? You will start fighting for that intimacy every day. Why don't you just talk to me? Why won't you just communicate with me? Why won't you just love me the way you was? And then you get to a point where you're saying, well, I don't even care anymore. Do what you do. That's how he kills it. And how he destroys the intimacy is eventually you separate and you're no longer together. And you move on, you divorce, and you go on by your life. That's how he kill, steal, and destroy your intimacy. If you don't stop him, it will happen to all of us. It almost happened to me and my wife. It almost happened to you probably watching this video. Every married couple is going to go through this, okay? And the last one is spiritual life goes down. You started off on fire with God together. You guys started off praying fire. You started off worshiping together, going to services together, reading the Bible together, connecting together. He was washing you with the word, and you're washing him with your love, and you wanted to build higher and higher and higher. We want to get closer to Christ together. And then next thing you know, something comes in. Now you don't pray together no more. You don't seek each other in spiritual connection anymore. You don't call on the name of Jesus anymore together. If you do it either separated or you just don't do it at all. And that's where the enemy comes in. He will drain your spiritual life. What used to be so on fire now seems dim because he drains the spiritual life out of you. And so if you read Matthew verse 20, it says, wherever 2 or 3 gather in my name, I shall appear amongst them. Now, listen, when Jesus appears amongst you in your relationship, that's a powerful moment. And the only thing that you have to do is to gather together in his name. Is to come together and pray in the spirit and be in the spiritual realm together and connect spiritually. And Jesus is right there amongst you. No demon is going to dare come after you when Jesus is right there amongst you. It is the warfare. It is your strength. It is your power in marriage. But whenever the enemy comes in and drain it, and then Jesus is no longer amongst you, now you're wondering why you're going through all these attacks. Why your finances are attacked, why your emotions are attacked, why your health is attacked. Because if you read Mark 12, verse 25, it says a house divided will not stand. It won't stand. So if your home is divided because of whatever reason, the enemy has access to you. It's a foothold into your life. And he may not just come in to affect your marriage. He may come in to touch your children. He may come in to touch your finances, your health, whatever it is, just because your house is not standing proper in the way of God. He requires the marriage to be a covenant that is strong and connected. But as soon as the enemy comes into the middle, it divides. And if he's in the middle, your job is to get him out of there. You have to be able to know when he's in your marriage. And this is just part 1 of this. I'm going to go in even deeper to other ways that he is in your marriage. And I'm also going to explain what type of demons. If you read in the scripture, Jesus asked that demon, what is your name? You need to know what is causing these problems. For example, if you're talking about a sudden turnoff, it could be a lot of things that can cause that turnoff. It could be spiritual spouses. It could be demonic this or whatever it is. It could be a spirit of division. This one time, me and my wife had a spirit of depression. And that spirit of depression put us in such a mood that we didn't even want to have a spiritual life together. There was a thing called Python spirit that comes in and sucks the life out of you. And you used to have this fire in life, but now you're just depressed and it's like, I don't even want to live anymore. I don't care about nothing anymore. Python. And once you realize these demons and you're able to call them out by name, trust me, your marriage will change. It will change overnight once you start praying these spirits out. But you got to notice the patterns. You got to do your homework and pay attention. You got to be able to discern and not argue. I can't stress that enough. God have had to put me almost in handcuffs because when I got angry, I wanted to fight her, not the demon. And so he had to put me in a chokehold and make me understand almost like, listen, it ain't her. You need to fight what's in her gently. And don't blame them for having a demon. It's not their fault. It's not your fault. If you got a narcissist wife and she's dealing with a Jezebel spirit, don't blame her. You help her. Give her grace because I guarantee you had something before as well. Don't blame. Don't point the finger. It is not a battle. Oh, you have more demons than I did. No. That's not the mindset of Christ. When you give your life to Christ, yes, we are going to be attacked by a lot of things. Warfare is everywhere. So don't blame your spouse. Love them. I pray that this video helps someone's marriage today. I hope that you reconnect in a stronger way today. If you guys feel led to tithe into this video, all the information is down below. And make sure you guys subscribe and stay tuned for the next video, okay? It's important. This season is going to save you. It's going to save your home. It's going to save your marriage. Make sure that you guys stay tuned in, okay? Love you.